So I think we're doing really good. We played a really good game against Mayville and Bowling Green, and then TCU we had a really good battle. It just didn't come out on our side. And then Grambling State, I thought that was really good to be able to push the lead and really finish a team. And then tonight, I thought we did really well. Every single guy that played, I thought we really played really well as a team. And I think that's just going to really help us going into this weekend. We have three really good teams, and every single game is going to be a battle. And so it's in the end, the team that's going to win this tournament is going to be the toughest team, and so we're just going to go in there and try to play our best basketball.
Josh, when you're in a game like this, where you probably know if you do your thing, you might be like it is tonight. What do you think going in, knowing that it could be like that?
We start off trying to prepare for whatever the best game on our schedule is, and our coach is always talking about harping on the NCAA tournament. That's our goal. I mean, we wanted to get there last year. We're still trying to get there this year. So, not trying to disrespect any teams that we have on the schedule, but our mindset and our preparation every game is NCAA tournament. That's what's in our head in forefront.
Same thing, like he said, even in a game like against Marty in an AI school, is that something you keep in mind, like the big picture?
Yeah, definitely. It's just comes down to trying to improve every game and be at our best at the end of the year, and that's our eventual goal. And so, I mean, every game is an opportunity to do that, and every game is an opportunity to improve. And I think that's how we view it as a team. Just go out there and handle our business, and just play basketball the way we know how, and finish the day.
Well, I thought I really liked our approach to the game. I thought our guys competed very well, very hard, very disciplined, very just a workman-like type of mentality. And Cody Schilling, the coach of Mount Marty, is doing a fantastic job. Just watching all their games, and they've been right there for three of their games where it's come down to the last possession, and he's got them playing hard. I love what they're doing on the peripheral, looking from the outside in. They compete very, very hard. They don't take plays off. They execute well in the half court, and their bench is really into it. Like, you watch the games and you see a bench. I'm big into that. You see their bench and who's into the game and who's just kind of sitting back, chilling and not doing, and their bench is engaged, and it's just a matter of time. But I think tonight will be a good confidence booster for them. I thought they really played well in a lot of areas, and they got us in some tough positions, in particular on the defensive end. So, but I loved what we did. I really liked how we handled our business. Jumped up. Well, they scored their first three possessions, but then we kind of got rolling from there. I think we stopped them 9 straight possessions after that. And it was obviously a total team effort. Everybody got in the box score. Everybody scored. Congratulations to Jack Stensgaard for his first college points. Almost had his first college dunk as well, but just couldn't quite pull that off. But congrats to Logan Power for getting his first college dunk. But, that's a great it's a fun game when you can look down your sideline and you see all of your guys just coaching your players. And, there was a couple of our guys that play a lot of minutes when we kind of we had one run in the second half where we weren't defending the way we need to. And I don't know that it was effort. I think more of it just, a guy like Josh Williams and Stanley Amude and Jack Stensgaard and Logan Power, some of those guys that, in particular, the first three, it's their first real minutes where they're playing a sustained period of time. And so you got to kind of figure it out. And then we kind of settled in, but it's fun to see your players coaching your other players and not settling for less. And so we'll take the W, and we got a big week this week, and this was game 1 of 4.
You can certainly relate what Cody's going through. He's been there and done that.
It's twofold. Everywhere, it's the best in the world. Every job I've ever been a part of has been just from day one, it's been a completely rebuilding job, whether it was Mayville as an assistant, Minot State, Northern State wasn't. I was a GA there, and we went to the Elite Eight, and they won the league the year before, and we had a few Millers, and they were pretty good. But then Minot State, complete rebuilding job. North Dakota State was not very good when we took over there, and Mayville State, which I paralleled to what Cody's going through. My first job as a head coach was Mayville, and the year before we got there, they were 1-27, and I think over 2 years they won like 8 or 9 games, and it can be a little daunting and a little overwhelming. And you come in there and you feel like you're 10 feet tall and bulletproof, and this is how we're going to do it. And you have to do that. You have to have passion, right? I think passion sells, and you just have to have this eternal belief and stand by who you are and what you're about, and don't negotiate that. Like, those are non-negotiables, and you can see how well Cody's doing that with their culture and how they're doing things. And they like I said, they play, they keep coming at you, they don't quit, they don't waver, and so they're just going to keep getting better, as long as they stick to it. But it's a grind. I mean, it isn't. There's some tough nights and some lonely nights where you sit there and say, "Oh, wow, is this, are we doing it right?" And maybe you question yourself. And we had to do the same thing at Colorado State. I mean, at Colorado State won 7 games our first year there, went 0-16 in conference play, and you walk around and people kind of feel like people kind of judge you by, because you can't win. And people make these preconceived, but I always tell, same thing at Nebraska our first year, same thing here. I mean, we were 17-16 our first year, and then kind of took a step back the second year. But you have all those kind of things, and we have 4 kids, and your kids kind of look at you, well, Dad, why is this team? Why? And I always tell our kids, tell your friends, it's just a matter of time. And Cody doesn't have kids, but I would say it's the same thing with them. It's just a matter of time.
Well, what's your assessment through 5 games for your guys? Do you like where you're at?
We certainly have to get better at quite a few things, but I think what's impressed me the most about our guys is I like where we're at mentally. We accept challenges. Our preparation has been very good, and we've had games all over the gamut, right? In terms of levels of play, and I just read an article today. And again, just because it's an article doesn't mean it's gold, right, or going to be true. But I can't remember who wrote it, but ranked the top 36 teams in the country or whatever. And TCU, he had ranked like 22nd. And so Bowling Green, we really took care of business that night and really stretched it out the last 10 minutes. And Bowling Green on Friday, the game after they played us, beats Florida Gulf Coast. And so, we Grambling, like we said, against Iowa, is up 3 with 10 to play, and we come in and just have this workman-like approach, and that's what I really like where we're at. I think our willingness to prepare, like we prepared for today's game the same that we prepared for TCU and Bowling Green and Grambling, and our guys were locked in and echo calling. They're calling a play, and our guys are yelling it out during the game and on the bench, and so preparation's a big thing with what we do, and I think that's where I really like. But this weekend's going to tell us a lot, because it's just, like I said, it's just, Southern Miss is coached by Doc Sadler, former Nebraska coach, and they're big. They were tied with Michigan with right around the 10 minutes to go, and then they played 2 non-D1s. They have a guard that started at Oklahoma State that's like really good, and then they're big and physical. And then you got Northern Colorado, who's and Southern Miss really defends well. And then Northern Colorado, one of the best guards in the Big Sky. I think he was first team All-League last year, who caused Arizona fits last year. And then they sat out an Arizona State transfer, the Spites kid, who I think is leading them in scoring. And then they sat out last year a kid that was an All-League guy the year before. So their guard play is like incredible. And I believe they have the Defensive Player of the Year who was a guard, a different guy. And so they're going to surprise. They're going to be. I would be shocked if they're not top 3 in the Big Sky. And then Youngstown State has a coach that I believe was the head coach at the D2 national runner-up last year that played in the Pentagon. And they play 11 guys, and they're like Grambling on steroids. They're just pressing, and I mean, they throw everything at you, the kitchen sink, and they're really athletic. So 3 completely different teams, and but we love that. We're going to truly find out what we're made out of. Yeah, he kind of tweaked his foot. The other, not the Grambling game, but either the TCU or Bowling Green game, and so it's just like let's just get him 100%. So, I mean, he'll be playing this weekend. I'd be shocked if he doesn't.